Hello and welcome to this new episode of Story of Success. The star of this episode is a brilliant engineer. An engineer who at a young age managed to achieve many successes at the local and international levels and to overcome many difficulties and challenges. Yahya Serag. Professor Dr. Yahya Serag is a professor of urban and regional planning in Ain Shams University in Cairo. He is also a regional and urban planning consultant with about 20 years of academic and professional experience. Since the beginning of the Arab Spring revolutions, Professor Serag has been interested in studying and analyzing the impacts of politics on urbanism and the built environment. Among his interests in the field, city transformation as a result of war and revolutions, urbicide, the deliberate destruction of cities and its causes, and post-war or conflict reconstruction strategies. He academically worked with several students from Syria, Iraq, Egypt, and Palestine in research topics related to these previous fields. Professionally, Professor Serag is a partner in the Engineering Consultant Office for Planning and Architecture, through which he was involved in the regional planning of one of the Egyptian border regions with Sudan, setting a proposal for regional development to the Darfur region in Sudan, as well as many strategic and structural city planning projects. He is also a member of the Regional Studies Association in the United Kingdom, as well as being one of its representatives in Egypt. He is the director of the European Unity Centre for Development and Planning and vice president of the Association for Regional Studies in the UK and regional planning consultant. Serag was born in 1976 in Cairo, where he was influenced deeply by his parents and their specialization in engineering, and made every effort to enter the Faculty of Engineering. His goal was to complete the academic life and actually decided to continue his studies outside Egypt. Indeed, he applied for a grant and the competition was very tight and difficult. He was able to win over a very large number of applicants. He went to Belgium to obtain master's degree there. He was one of the distinguished high study students in Belgium, and after completing his thesis and just before his discussion, he had a very big accident, after which he was hospitalized. But he refused neither to delay his discussion nor to extend his stay in the hospital, and he continued with the discussion while he was very much injured. One of the important activities of Dr. Serag is that he is a member of the African Governance Report Preparation Committee, which is affiliated to the African Union. The committee aims to set policies for Africa 2063 development plan, development scenarios for African continent from many aspects, and the aspirations of the different countries for integration among them. Dr. Serag was among the group of experts chosen by the African Union from all African states to prepare this report. He is also a founding member of the Post-Conflict Reconstruction Alliance. It's an alliance made up of several countries such as Germany, Denmark, Lebanon, Iraq, Libya, and Egypt, where the goal is to participate in planning and developing after the end of the wars and to engage in projects at the international level for reconstruction. Dr. Serag has also worked as a coordinator of the Joint Master's Program in Integrated Urbanization and Sustainable Design between the Universities of Ain Shams and Stuttgart in Germany, and was also a member of the program's board directors. It's a program funded by the German International Cooperation Agency, or the DAAD, which aims to exchange knowledge transfer between Germany and Egypt. One of the important international activities of Dr. Serag is his presence as a trainer at the UN Center for Human Settlement, or the UN Habitat, Brussels, affiliated with the United Nations. To another important stage in the life of Dr. Serag, when he was chosen to participate in the Reconstruction Conference in Syria and Iraq in Baghdad, representing Ain Shams University and the Egyptian Engineers Syndicate. He was also chosen by the Egyptian presidency to participate as a speaker on post-conflict reconstruction in the World Youth Forum held in the Ritzy Resort of Sharm el-Sheikh, a very important event in recent years in Egypt. Dr. Serag organized a major international conference of a great importance on urban transformation in partnership with the University of Leeds in England. This was a turning point in his career because the University of Leeds is one of the very prestigious universities in England. This conference was that important with its vital topics, which were concerned with urban development in the Middle East region. And for more than 7 years now, Dr. Serag has been working as a coordinator for international cooperation between the Egyptian universities and the University of Cincinnati in the United States of America. For more than 10 years now, he has also been supervising and discussing scientific theses through cooperation between Ain Shams and Stuttgart universities. Despite being in his late 40s, Serag has a long list of success stories as an academic. One of the most valuable things Dr. Sarag has done is his work as a visiting professor to give lectures and to participate in workshops at the Catholic universities of Leuven and Antwerp in Belgium. He is also having a big share in joint research projects there. He is also a visiting professor at the University of Stuttgart, Germany, to supervise joint master students. Dr. Sarag has several published research papers and participated in international conferences in Canada, Belgium, Hungary, England, the Czech Republic, Germany, Lebanon, Iraq, in addition to Egypt. Another important activity of Dr. Sarag is being a member of the Institute for Global Security and Defense Affairs. The Institute's goal is to publish research on security, reconstruction, and political analysis by researchers from different nationalities, such as Japanese and American ones. Dr. Sarag also participated in the building project for housing and urban development in the Western Balkans or the former Yugoslavia through the UN Center and Habitat in Brussels, Belgium. He also prepared a proposal for planning residential area in Al Qasim region, Saudi Arabia, in addition to preparing a proposal for the development of the campus of Jizan University in the kingdom. Dr. Sarag, in another Arabic country, also presented a proposal for the reconstruction of downtown Benghazi, Libya. We can easily say that Sarag has diversity of practical experiences, whether in Egypt or abroad, in the field of urban planning. He participated in the preparation of the regional development plan for the southern borders areas of Egypt through the General Organization of Urban Planning. He also shared with the American office of Sasaki Walker Associates in the limited international competition for the revival and development of Khidivi Cairo. He also participates in the international competition for the development of the Opera and Ataba Squares in Egypt. To another valuable part, he also participated in the general and detailed strategic plan for Qalyub in Al-Daqahliya, as well as the project of Egypt Development Program, Masr, to prepare a local development plan for the governorates of Qina and Aswan. The project is implemented under the supervision of the Ministry of State for Local Development and the Ministry of State for Economic Development, including defining urban and economic development projects at the level of the governorate centers. He also had his say in the development of the structural and general plan of one of the most wonderful cities in Qina, in Upper Egypt, as well as the structural and general plan for the city of El Kharga in the New Valley Governorate or El Wadi Al Jadid. In addition to his participation in the structural and general plan of the city of Sharq Al Uwaynat in the Western Desert. Taking you to another turning point in such a wonderful place. This is the structural and general plan of the city of Qos and Komombo, one of the most beautiful regions in Upper Egypt. He also coordinated the site's detailed planning of the new neighborhood in Qina, in addition to the plan to upgrade the village of Bani Sulayman in Bani Suwaif to carry out its detailed planning. Let's have a quick look at some of the articles published by Serag. Impact of Politics on the Planning of the New City of Tushka in Egypt, paper published in the Proceedings of the AESOP 2015 Conference, Prague, July 2015. In 2013, Nubian Settlement Challenges Between Past Memories and Present Settings, paper published in the Proceedings of the SMB 13, Cairo. In 2012, Blind Regional Planning in Darfur, paper published in the Proceedings of Al-Azhar International Engineering Conference. In 2010, Border Settlements in Egypt between Trans-Border Cooperation and Defending the Sovereignty of the Country, a paper published in the Proceedings of the Regional Studies Association Annual Conference in Hungary. Give me a fish until you teach me how to fish, an integrated development approach proposed in Upper Egypt, paper published in the Proceedings of the Regional Studies Association Annual Conference, Leuven, Belgium, April 2009. People's Will, Rural Human Settlements Development in El Farafra, paper published in the Proceedings of the First International Conference for Architectural, Urban and Regional Planning held by Ain Shams University, Cairo, October 2008. Combining hierarchies and networking, a regional development approach in remote peripheral regions, the case of the western part of Egypt, paper published in the Proceeding of the International Conference of New Concepts and Approaches for Urban and Regional Policy and Planning, organized by KUL Leuven, April 2007. Regional Planning in Egypt Between Myth and Reality, a paper published in the proceeding of the first International Conference for Architecture, Urban and Regional Planning held by Ain Shams University, Cairo, October 2006. Networking, a tool for human settlements, regional development, presentation given at the alumni workshop, Kullovin on the margin of the World Urban Forum, Vancouver, Canada, June 2006. Serag is in love with our countryside, and this was very clear. With his keenness to have his say in the structural and general planning of the new residential city of Quta in Al Fayoum and the new city of Naga Hammadi in Qina. He also participated in the preparation of the detailed plans for the cities of Mit Ghamr, Talkha, Sherbin and Al Mansoura in our delta. This does not mean that he is going that far from Tushka. No, he is in the heart of this valuable part. He also coordinated the preparation of the detailed plans for the new city of Tushka. He prepared a development vision for the Darfur region of Sudan. Serag is still continuing in the right path of success and of being a source of inspiration to the engineering field at large.